Okay, now I really want CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble. These are my assorted thoughts on the January 27th, 2025 WWE RAW. Welcome to Silo Voice Wrestling on YouTube and the Silo Voice Wrestling podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. From Silo Voice Studios in Montreal, I'm Jason C. McLean. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications to get all my wrestling hot takes, cold takes, simmering takes, wrestling opinion pieces, WWE Premium Live Event prediction and review videos, and assorted thoughts on SmackDown and Raw. Now, I'm recording this the 28th of January, 2025. It's about 4 p.m., so I saw Raw last night, and definitely I have some thoughts. The promo segment between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. It's the promo segment that I think some people might have missed. I almost missed it. I was a bit confused because in Netflix in Canada, we see stuff during the commercials, and it went to commercial break. I'm like, are they going to commercial break after the match? Do we have anything else scheduled? Is Cody just going to talk? But then, yeah, we ended up getting, I think, the promo of the night. And, well, okay, the year has only been a few weeks, but I'd say it's maybe even the promo of the year. I think the CM Punk, Seth Rollins promo was last year. So, yeah, promo of the year, definitely. And it made me want CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble. I was cool with the idea of him winning it before, but I kind of like maybe Sami Zayn or someone else, or was thinking maybe even John Cena this time instead of winning Elimination Chamber. But no, I really want Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at WrestleMania in the main event. I was thinking CM Punk was going to win the Rumble and choose Gunther. Like last year, he was supposed to have chosen Seth if he had won the Rumble or eventually faced him. But no, him and Cody, that promo they did last year was incredible, and this just brought that back. And the way that Punk just said, and that person, the bad news, that person is me. I think this is going to be an incredible match, and the promos back and forth, if this is any indication, are going to be amazing. So yeah, this sold me on the idea of a Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Sunday night main event for WrestleMania. Let's do it. We were supposed to have Roman Reigns on this show, and we got him, sort of. Well, we got his cover art for WWE 2K25 draped down from the ceiling in front of the ring. And, of course, we got Paul Heyman doing an incredible Paul Heyman promo. And we also got Drew McIntyre coming out and calling himself the daddy of the bloodline. And I was watching this with my brother and thinking, okay, does this really make sense? Let's see how he makes sense of it. And it kind of did make sense. And I guess that was the replacement for Roman being there. I was like, what? Roman was supposed to be there. Why couldn't we get Roman? And I realized, no, maybe their plans changed. And also with their current plans, Roman actually being there would have complicated a lot of things. I did enjoy the Sami Zayn Drew McIntyre match, and I was hoping the entire time that Sami Zayn was going to get one victory on Drew McIntyre. I knew it wasn't going to happen. That's going to happen at a PLE or something, maybe when Drew has a championship at some point. It was a good match. It had me excited, and at least Drew won by cheating. At least it's not a clean victory over Sami like the other, I think 3 or 4 of them were. It's like Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn's victory kryptonite. He can beat Gunther and the longest reigning Intercontinental title streak in history. He can come pretty close to beating Roman Reigns, but Drew McIntyre is his kryptonite. Regardless, that match, of course, was for what happened after, where Drew attacked him. Cody came in for the save. Kevin Owens attacked Cody. Sami woke up and went to kick Drew, Huluva kick Drew, but he ended up hitting Cody. Throw in what Seth Rollins had said earlier in the night about, you make a mistake the second time, it's not a mistake. And also Karrion Kross, you're thinking maybe Karrion Kross is getting to him. We had the Kross bit last week between the commercial breaks, but this time we got it on the actual show. And I hate the fact that whenever Karrion Kross predicts something, it usually comes true, because I do not want Sami Zayn to turn heel. I don't think he is. I think this is going to be proven to be a mistake, and I don't think he's going to turn on Cody and help KO. As a result, KO might, hurt him in the Royal Rumble, pull him out of the Royal Rumble. But I'm pretty sure, first of all, I'm pretty sure Cody's got to retain the title because I want that Cody and Punk match now. But if we're going to have Sami versus KO at Mania, it's not that Sami Zayn can't be a heel. He's been a heel before. I don't want to see him. I don't know what he'd look like. Is this over a heel? I think KO is naturally a heel. I think Sami is naturally a babyface. But mainly, if we got the two of them together in a match at WrestleMania, that match really has heat if one of them is still a beloved babyface and the other one is a dirty heel. If they're both heels, it's a heel-on-heel match. I don't think it has the same impact. And if they're just a heel tag team, that doesn't have the same emotional impact as when they were a babyface tag team going against the Usos. The match is the two of them, and for that to happen, Sami Zayn needs to stay a babyface. Kevin Owens needs to stay a heel. They can make up after and both be babyfaces or heel later, but just for this match, I hope we stay at that. So I hope it turns out that was an accident or a mistake that Sami regrets. Jumping back to the beginning of the show, I like Gunther's slight momentary babyface turn. I thought the segment with Seth was good. Seth was doing his typical thing, but then Gunther came out. Okay, great. Some back and forth between Seth and Gunther. Gunther made some good points. And I could see maybe Seth not winning the Rumble, but winning Elimination Chamber and going for Gunther. But when Logan Paul threw his name into the hat, I hate Logan Paul, but I loved that interplay. I love the fact that Gunther said, I changed my mind. I want to beat you up. Maybe we're going for a triple threat at Mania, or maybe it's going to be, I can't see them just doing outright Gunther, Logan Paul, but Gunther, Seth, Logan Paul for that title could be great. I think especially if The Rock comes in and fights Roman, which still might happen, even though it's been ruled out, that's going to be the night one main event, and Cody and Punk would be night two main event, or maybe a women's match would be the night one main event. I don't think the World Heavyweight title is at the point where it can truly main event a night. It could be a semi-main at the beginning of the night or something. And I think Gunther and Seth and Logan Paul could be fun. Or Logan Paul versus John Cena. Maybe this was just a fun way to get him on the show. The War Raiders defending the tag team championships against Judgment Day's Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor was a really good match. It was a fun match. It was better than I thought it would be. Total sidebar, JD McDonough, I hope you're all right. Strictly out of kayfabe, he did apparently, he did manage to finish the match, but he did have an injury. He might be out for a few months, I heard. I think he said something like that on social media. So for the human being, JD, you're a great performer. Hope you get well soon and you're back soon. Back into kayfabe. Man, I'm glad the Judgment Day are out of the tag title pictures and that the War Raiders retained. I did enjoy that match, but I'm looking forward for the War Raiders to be fighting another tag team, maybe Waller and Theory, who were seen in the crowd, but also during commercial breaks were actually interviewed in the crowd. Maybe they could beat them. I think ultimately they might lose to the New Day, who might lose to some team, maybe the Usos at WrestleMania, who knows. But I want the War Raiders to go on to their next feud. Liv and Raquel challenging for the tag team titles at WrestleMania is even closer. Maybe it won't be at WrestleMania, but I think they're definitely going to get a title match because with the help of Dirty Dom Mysterio and then Raquel Rodriguez who was actually in the match, they ended up getting the pinfall on the tag team champions in a tag team match. So that definitely makes them the number one contenders. I think the tag champs are on NXT tonight, what have you, but then I'm pretty sure after that, at some point, maybe they're all going to be in the Rumble. So not at the Rumble, but maybe at Elimination Chamber or maybe WrestleMania, we're going to have a tag team title match. And maybe that'll bring the Jade Cargill thing into it. I'm looking forward to see where this is going. I kind of want a New Day Sucks t-shirt, and I think this is an interesting way for heels to market their merch, to have anti-them merch that supposedly somebody else is putting out there. I mean, Rey Mysterio wore one. I don't know if he's putting it out there. I also like the fact that his family, Xavier Woods' family was the one to introduce that merch. And it was also a cute little bit how we've already had Dominic Mysterio rejecting them, but even Ludwig Kaiser and Pete Dunne want nothing to do with the New Day. Like that's a bridge too far for them. And of course, it was nice that Rey Mysterio got another win. I do think the first tag team match, maybe against Alpha Academy, means that the New Day are actually going to have a victory and maybe get a bunch of victories before they're challenging for the tag team titles as heels. We'll see where it goes. Penta and Braun Breaker, yes, give me that. I want to see that for the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe not right away. I think Penta needs at least maybe a proper feud, maybe with Ludwig Kaiser or someone else where he comes close to losing, but he wins a couple of matches before he's going for the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe they'll do that at WrestleMania. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, by the way, both Penta and Braun Breaker are in the Royal Rumble, as our main event Jey Uso and Lyra Valkyria. In fact, A lot of people entered the Royal Rumble or declared their entry in the Royal Rumble this week. Kind of knew Jay was going to do it anyways. I think WWE released something saying he was going to be in it even before the World Heavyweight Championship match. But that's just one more reason why this was actually an excellent go-home show for the Royal Rumble. And these were my assorted thoughts on the January 27th, 2025 WWE RAW. Do you agree with my takes? Do you have something else you'd like to add or something you'd like to subtract? Let me know in the comments. Follow at Silo Voice Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram, at Silo Wrestling on X, and me at Jason C. McLean on X and Instagram. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. I'll be back with my predictions for the Royal Rumble. For Silo Voice Studios in Montreal, I'm Jason C. McLean.